Hey guys, it's me, Jeffrey again. So today we all know that Zack made that teaser, and and we all know it was epic to say the least. And really, for today's video, I think it actually that what Zach did confirm a little theory of mine. Now, for those who don't know, who are new subscribers to me, I made a video at November titled "The Crisis of Infinite Earths is the key to everything," and in that very video, I did mention and to really kind of make a prediction on really how the crisis on Infinite Earths could go, where and how basically when they would save the day, it would actually and they would actually recreate the multiverse, and accepted that it wasn't exact. And what I meant by that was this. Now, was that that the multiverse would be recreated, but it wouldn't really be the same as the prior multiverse, so to speak, like kind of like a multiverse resurrection, but the original multiverse is dead. And that was before the ending of the Crisis of Infinite Earths storyline. And so then that happens, and then what I think the Crisis on Infinite Earths did was really create the Snyder Cut universe, where where the DC films were kind of it changed a little bit, where the Joss Whedon movie is pretty much dead. That's very much dead. And really what I think is going to happen now is and really when the CW heroes recreated the multiverse, they then made the Snyder Cut Justice League and the Ayer cut of Suicide Squad. And also in that video, that I went on to say that what they could possibly do here is that they could actually put on a different trailer for the Snyder Cut, and that basically it would be showing the same characters, just completely different scenes, and and that would get the general audience excited and curious, like, is this Justice League 2? What is this? And so then what and then at the end of the trailer, they would that the what the tagline would be is what has changed. And then it would say Justice League. And then we go into today, where in the trailer we have JL hashtag the Snyder Cut. Now, if now really once again, they didn't change the title per se. if you think about it. Like, yeah, it's called the Justice League, the Snyder Cut, but it is still called Justice League. So that means that theoretically, if they could go with it with the whole multiverse concept, that really that you can say that maybe there is a lot more that we don't know about the movie that we know about, because of course there's going to be a whole panel discussing about the multiverse and the Hall of Heroes of DC fandom. Now, and if you think about it like that, like, and if you also think about it like this in hindsight, like, why would the multiverse be beyond the Hall of Heroes and not inside verse or whatever? I'll tell you why. It's going to be a huge main topic, and they're going to set the groundwork for the future of DC movies. Like, for example, we have James Gunn's The Suicide Squad. For James Gunn actually confirmed that his Suicide Squad doesn't take place in the same continuity as David Ayer's Suicide Squad, aka it has its own universe. But and so does Birds of Prey. Actually, Kathy Ann actually said that too. So with Birds of Prey and the Suicide Squad being in their own separate universes, that really does already confirm the multiverse aspect. And then you have really like Shazam, where people are kind of where people are like, is it in the DC in the Snyderverse? Is it in the same continuity as the as Zack Snyder's version of movies with BVS, Wonder Woman, and David Ayer's Suicide Squad? It and actually, we do have confirmation that it does take place that Shazam does take place in the Snyderverse in a way, where the director actually said that, yeah, those BBS references were intentional because he loved BBS and wanted to be a part of that universe. So, yeah, the Shazam and most likely Black Adam are in the same universe as the Snyder version of films. And then you also go into Wonder Woman 1984, which someone actually brought to my attention on Twitter that that it really does and it doesn't take place in the main continuity of the DCEU, meaning that Wonder Woman 1984 actually does take place in sort of like this limbo ground where it's its own universe and it's not its own universe, in a way where some things did happen in one universe and some things didn't happen in another. So, yeah, there's that. Now, why am I saying all this? Well, because, my friends, what I think Zack confirmed is the final Crisis arc. Because we do know that the multiverse is going to be a heavy bender throughout these next slate of films following DC fandom, where where they where they talk about the Flash, and Ezra Miller actually confirmed this back in 2018 when Andy Muschietti, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, where Andy Muschietti actually confirmed that that real where Ezra confirmed actually where the speedsters are basically the bridges to the multiverse, where really they're the only ones that can actually connect with the multiverse at will. And for those and in the Crisis of Infinite Earths Flash meets Flash moment, we actually did see that. And so that really does solidify that for the Flash movie, we're actually going to see, I think we're going to actually see the multiverse more explored and how deep it goes, which is why we also have Michael Keaton coming, announced and rumored to be coming back as Batman or Bruce Wayne. In the Flash movie, we have a whole bunch of multiverse like things happening in the Flash movie. So, and for those who don't know about the Final Crisis arc, we have the dark side. Now, where's dark side fit into all this? Dark side is basically everything. He is the end of the line for DC, and what the Final Crisis arc pretty much is like the entire multiverse versus Darkseid, because Darkseid can actually travel through the multiverse at will and really try to create the multiverse into his own image. So I think what's going to happen is that for these next few years and this next 10 years is we're actually going to see the build up to the build up of the multiverse with movies and TV shows coming together to then go on to fight the forces of Apocalypse in Justice League 3, because we do know that back in 2016, Zack said that the reason why he wanted to do the DC movies was to explore the multiverse. Now, and with all this, and again, with all this multiverse talk going on, and Zack being back, and Zack wanting to do the multiverse, the Final Crisis, it's coming. Like, it's coming, man, and it's gonna be big and and basically like a DC fan's wet dream, as Kevin Smith said. So, so yeah, like really, this is going to be insane, and really, like I said, this is going to be a insane decade for DC fans, and really, I have not led you astray so far. And and really, it all just comes, and really, like I said, it all comes full circle. We're gonna get that final crisis arc of the entire multiverse versus the forces of Apocalypse and Darkseid. And man, that is going to be epic. And really, as you can see, I'm wearing the All the Gods shirt. And the reason why that is because on the back, it says, all the heavens, all the hells, all the gods, everything is with us. Now, and really with what is going on with the multiverse, yep, everything is gonna be connected. it's gonna be epic. We're going to see we're gonna see the Watchmen interact with the Justice League. We're going to see so many things happen at the same time, man, and it is just going to be epic. And really, for the surprise, and really for the schedule, like I think, and really them taking like 20 minutes before, right before the Snyder Cut, the Justice League panel. There is a reason why the surprise panel is before the the Justice League panel, and I am not gonna miss that, and neither should you, because I'm just saying that I've been seeing some of these actors and actresses on different DC shows and movies interact with one another, saying that it's going to blow our minds, and we're going to see what and we're going to see what they say is, quote, a genius move. So yeah, that's the video, guys. Tell me what you think about it, and really about and really what you think about the future of the DCEU is going to be. And I'll see you guys after DC fandom. Peace.